The Earth is heating up faster than we ever imagined. Ice sheets are melting, wildfires are intensifying, and sea levels are rising. While renewable energy and conservation efforts are critical, scientists around the world are racing to find radical new solutions. One such controversial but promising idea is called solar geoengineering, a method to reflect sunlight away from Earth and cool it down artificially. This idea might sound like science fiction, but it's gaining traction in real-world research labs. The technique that's capturing serious attention? Stratospheric Aerosol Injection, or SAI. It involves releasing tiny particles into the upper atmosphere to reflect a portion of the sun's rays back into space. But how do we do it? Where do we do it? And is it even safe? Let's break it down. Stratospheric aerosol injection means spraying tiny particles, typically sulfur dioxide, into the stratosphere, which is the dry and stable layer of the atmosphere above most of the clouds. Once released, these particles scatter sunlight and create a cooling effect, much like what happens naturally after large volcanic eruptions. In fact, when Mount Pinatubo erupted in 1991, it injected 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere, which led to a temporary global cooling of about 0.5 degrees Celsius. That's one of the biggest clues that this approach could actually work. Until recently, the biggest hurdle was logistics. Most earlier studies suggested that to be effective, the particles must be injected at 20 kilometers or higher, especially over the tropics. That's well above the cruising altitude of most commercial planes, which max out around 13 to 14 kilometers. This meant we'd need to design, build, and certify entirely new aircraft, ones capable of flying into these high altitudes while carrying heavy payloads. Sounds expensive? You're right. It could cost billions and take over a decade to get off the ground. Enter the game-changing research of 2025. A new modeling study led by scientists from University College London, UCL. The study suggests that we may not need new aircraft after all. Instead of deploying aerosols over the tropics, this research proposes targeting the polar regions at altitudes of just 13 kilometers. That's within reach of current commercial aircraft like the Boeing 777F. Yes, you heard that right. Planes already flying today could potentially be used to help cool the planet. Using the UK's Earth System Model 1, the researchers simulated various aerosol injection strategies. They tested different combinations of altitude, season, and latitude. The result? Injecting sulfur dioxide at 13 kilometers above latitudes of 60 degrees north and south, roughly the regions around Alaska and southern South America, could cool the Earth by about 0.6 degrees Celsius. All right, that's it for today. If you found this fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into clean energy tech.